how it like started? You ever like accidentally skip a song that you wanted to play, so you skip back to it?
Yes.
So I would do that, but I would go like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth until like it felt right to listen to that song.
How many times would you go back and forth?
I don't know. It would just whatever felt right, I guess.
Hello?
Hello?
Hi, what's your name?
No fucking way. Sully.
Sully, like the monster guy.
Yeah, from Monsters, Inc.
What's up, Sully? How can I get you today? What's happening on the planet Earth from your perspective?
I guess what I wanted to talk to you about is numbers.
Ooh, yeah.
I have this weird thing with numbers.
Mm-hmm.
It might hurt your brain. Holy shit, I can't believe I'm talking to you. This shit is crazy.
I know some numbers. Hit me with some numbers.
Anyway, so it's like I'm like self-diagnosed OCD because I skateboard a lot, and I like can only try like certain stuff a certain amount of times, and like I don't know how to explain it without like being weird.
I'm gonna cut you off for just a second because your thing kind of cut out a little bit. But you said you were you've self-diagnosed with OCD.
Well, like kind of. My parents and shit have kind of told me because, like, I don't know. It's like, okay, if I'm skateboarding and I do a trick and I'm like, oh shit, I'm really close, but I'm like I'm at like try like 10 or something like that. Depending on what day of the week, I won't try it the 11th try seriously, if that makes sense.
Okay. So these okay, tell me more about these numbers. Does this occur in your life in any form other than in skateboarding?
So like real quick backstory, how it like started was like, you ever like you're listening to music and then you like accidentally skip a song that you wanted to play, so you skip back to it?
Yes.
Yeah, so I would do that, but I would go like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth until like it felt right to listen to that song.
How many times would you go back and forth?
I don't know. It would just whatever felt right, I guess.
This does actually sound like OCD.
Yeah, and then it like went into like numbers, and then like I've always put on like, okay, this is weird, but like a certain like swipes of deodorant, or like how many like swishes I do with like brushing my teeth and shit like that, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And like if I'm like, so say at work, right, I pull into the parking lot, depending on what day of the week it is, I can only park in that spot a certain amount of times during the week. Yeah, all of this hurts my brain.
How long have you been like this?
Ever since I was probably like, I think like a junior in high school, and I'm 20 now. So probably like 4 years.
All right. What, have you gone to see like a psychiatrist about this?
No. Which I probably should, but like sometimes it's like money, and like sometimes like my parents are crazy. Not my parents, more my mom. I love my mom, but she's kind of crazy sometimes. And like she had a bad experience with shit like that when she was a kid, so she kind of was like, don't go. And then like money. So I just talked to family about it, and then it kind of makes me feel better.
Okay, what happens when you talk to your family about it?
My grandpa just reassures me that like it's just some like regular shit, but I might have like an OCD or something like that. And then like, I don't know, definitely the older I'm getting, like kind of the better it's gotten. Do you know what I mean? Like now it's not so much. Now it's not so much like an everyday thing. Like it's still an everyday thing, but not as much. Because like sometimes I'll have these like crazy fucking like not episodes, but like some days I'll just be fucking like I have to touch shit a certain amount of times and like shit like that. But like today, like I'm chilling, like I'm fine. Life is great. So it's weird.
Oh man. Well, I'm conflicted because
right?
I really just think you should probably see a psychiatrist.
Yeah, I need to think about that.
Okay. Can I ask about your life in general? Are you in school? What do you do?
I work at a car auto parts store and a skate shop, and I teach kids how to skate.
Oh, that sounds really nice.
It's really rewarding.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, so you got like you're doing good things.
I'm trying to, because there's a lot of people who like hate in the skate community, but like, I don't know, how could you hate on somebody who's helping?
A lot of people who hate in the skate community, like in what sense?
Like say you do like a certain trick or something, oh, that was whack as fuck. And then like, I don't know, they just like, someone always has something hateful to say.
Like you'll do certain tricks and people will say that your tricks are whack as fuck?
Okay, so like, quick explanation. So like, I skate curbs. So like, a curb that you would see like on the side of the road. Mm-hmm. You know? Mm-hmm. But like, in the skate community, that's like deemed like something for like old people.
Why?
Because like, okay, you know what an ollie is?
Yeah.
Like how you like get the board? Yeah.
Yeah.
So like I had surgery on my ankle like a year ago, and it kind of like, sorry, I'm so out of breath.
No, it's okay.
It made me like not be able to ollie as well anymore.
Okay.
And like I kind of hated skateboarding because I was like, oh, like it kind of ruined my life for a little bit. And then like I started like skating curves as like, oh, hey, I don't have to work as hard. Not necessarily, because like once you get into it, you're like, oh shit, like this shit is hard. But like you don't have to like necessarily like ollie into shit, because it's called like a slappy. So like you slap your board into it, and like it's just like old people. So like old fat guys who like can't ollie anymore.
Okay, I have a lot of thoughts about your haters, man. Why don't I mean? Well, first of all, you said, what's your name again?
Sully.
Sully, you sound like a good guy. You have you have 2 respectable jobs. You have a hobby that you like. You have family that you care about. I mean, who the fuck? That's it. There's nothing else.
I think a lot of it is like, like other people like looking in the mirror, because like I've been like traveling and stuff for skating. Like not necessarily like for like skate competitions and shit, but just like I want to work in the industry. Like that's what I want to do. And skateboarding's like really like die hard. Like if you are like in the industry, you're in there, if that makes sense. So it's like really hard to like get in. But anyway, that's what I'm trying to do. And I think a lot of people, because I live in Iowa, I don't know if anyone in Iowa listens to this, but fuck it. But like I live in Iowa and we have the biggest skate park in the US. But like I feel like a lot of people like I've noticed in general, like a lot of people like don't make it out of Iowa, if that makes sense.
Okay, so stop. I'm gonna stop you right there. You say you want to be in the industry. What do you want to do? Like, you want to be a professional skater?
Not necessarily, just doing something that like whether that's like film or like like press boards or like, you know, draw graphics for board, you know, something like that gets me in the industry. And I guess that's what I'm doing anyway.
I was gonna say. First of all, you already are in the industry.
Yeah,
you make money. You make money. Okay, but you make money teaching kids how to skate.
Yes.
And you work at a skate shop.
Yes.
And these things pay you money.
Yeah.
They don't pay you. It sounds like it sounds like they don't pay you as much money as you'd like them to pay you right now.
No, like,
but
yeah, like
just when we say, I just want to like define this because I really like fucking mean this. Like sometimes these things get too vague, and that's annoying to me. So if we were to define this, like if we were to like the industry, if we were to define the industry, can you hear me? Please tell me you can hear me. And this didn't. You can hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
If we were to define the industry as like you making money, making enough money to like pay your bills by in the realm of skateboarding, then the industry is not this closed off thing that is determined by a select group of people who are cooler and smarter than you, but it's like a wide open field of opportunity, I think. So I mean, tell me, what do you want to do in skate? You just said I want to design things. I want to tell me more. Like, what do you want to do?
I don't know. I guess like I've kind of thought about that, but like not to that extent. I guess like kind of like my foot in is teaching kids, and like I honestly, if I could get paid the rest of my life to like do that, like enough where I'd be like financially well, I would totally do that.
Well, I don't see why that's. Well, hold on. Why is that such a far off goal to you?
Because of right now, like especially in skating, it's like in a downfall, and like a lot of companies are like shutting down, and like not as many kids are skateboarding because like COVID hit, and like everybody was like looking for something to do.
Yeah.
And then they found skateboarding, and they're like, holy shit, like this fucking skateboarding thing's sick. And then you know, everything's kind of like open now, and then it's like, oh, like we don't need that. So like all these companies like over ordered shit and like little shit like that, and like the skateboarding economy is kind of like crashing as of right now.
How often are you teaching kids the skateboarding?
I do an after school thing with kids once every week, and then like as of right now, just because it's like starting to get cold, I do like one-on-one lessons, and like I do that like maybe once or twice a week. But usually like in the summer, it's crazy. We have like, so like I guess during the summer, because like we have like winters here. I don't know if you've ever been to Iowa or not.
Yeah, I've been to Iowa.
Yeah, and there's not a lot to do, but it's sick. Definitely during the summer, like all these parents are like getting their kids to skate and like shit like that. And so during the summer, like I'm like booked all the time because all these parents are like finding stuff for their kids to do. But like now that kids are back at school, it's like slowly going down.
Man, you said you were 20?
Yeah.
Oh, holy shit.
Yeah, I know. I'm pretty like I'm a baby. I feel like sometimes.
Well, I mean, shit, man. I think you've got a lot of. I don't know. I feel like there's so much opportunity for you. So, like, do you make videos? Do you like market yourself?
Not necessarily with the what's it called? Sorry, I'm leaving my house. I don't necessarily like as much, but like regular.
You don't
yeah.
necessarily what you don't necessarily what as much.
Oh, like film like me like doing like skate lessons, but like it's out there that I do skate lessons, so like people know that I do skate lessons, and then like I do like post skateboarding, and I picked up a couple sponsors from that and shit like that, which is really cool.
I just don't think that you're. I don't think this is out of the realm of possibility for you to continue to do skateboarding stuff.
Yeah, I guess like I don't even know like why I'm like thinking so hard about the skate stuff, because like I know I'll be fine and I'll always have skating. So it's just like a thought I have a lot.
I used to love skateboarding. I still do love skateboarding. Just as like I've always loved watching it since I was a kid. I used to be obsessed with Skate 3, and I liked watching a lot of those like skate videos. I still I still like watching it. It's scary. I used to live in Venice, and I would go to Venice Beach and I would watch the skateboarders, and there were all these like 12-year-olds who like were on their fucking like scooters, and they were jumping off of like they were doing shit that like, you know, I'm more than double these kids' age, and I'd be fucking terrified. But they're like facing it with no fear. It's fine. I'm going off the rails here, no pun intended. But I'm watching these kids, and I'm like, if I was like this kid's father, I would be like, you're never skateboarding ever. I would be like, I think I'd be pretty good at like, you know, encouraging my kid to like be whoever they want to be or do whatever they want to do. But skateboarding, I'm like, oh, it's just so. Actually, I like it. I like watching it and I appreciate it. But it's just so easy to get fucked up, you know?
Yeah, like that's how I had surgery, and like I think I'm just kind of like scared sometimes because I've given so much of my life and like shit into skating. Like it's my whole like personality kind of. Mm-hmm. So it's like I just want it to work out, but like I don't even know like why I'm worrying, because like wherever I put my energy, that's where you're supposed to go.
Listen, so I think you said it just now nicely. I don't think you should lament all the time you spent skateboarding. I think that you have so much time to develop yourself however you want to. You know, you don't have to
I think lament. Another thing is like maybe because it's getting cold, but like I get kind of bored of skating. Like not in a sense where I'm like I'm never gonna skate again, but like sometimes like you get stuck. Like you get periods where you get stuck because you don't know what to do or like learn or something like that, and so like you just start getting bored. So I've been like doing other stuff, and then I'll take a couple day break and then come back and feel like a lot better.
Dude, what'd you say your name was again? John. Fuck, shit. I'm sorry. I don't remember anyone. I don't know why I can't remember anyone's name. Sully. Sully, is there anything else that you want to say to the people at the computer before we go?
Yes, I do.
Go ahead.
I'm pulling it up.
Oh, you wrote something. Yeah, go ahead.
Not wrote something, but like I'm really into like trying to be happy and find purpose.
Yeah, same.
I don't know. Let's just go with life is best lived in the present moment. If not, who? Fuck, I forgot it. Oh, here we go. Sorry. Wait, no. Oh, I'm fucking this up. I'm sorry, Lyle.
It's okay, man. It's all right. Go. You can try again.
Anyway, fuck. I guess just love yourself, and
sure.
Like, if people are hating, like, you're doing something right.
Not always. Not always.
Not always.
Not always at all. Not always. Not always. Not always. But I think if people are hating on you because you're skateboarding in a weird way, I think those people are idiots.
I guess just be the energy you want to attract.
I like that. Well, take care, Sully. I hope to see you tray flipping all over the Tri-County area one day.
Thank you, Lyle. I love you.
Good night, Sully.
Good night.
There we go. He's Sully, and I look like Mike Wazowski. Hi, who is this?
This is John.
John! What's up, John?
What's up, man? I was just calling. First, I want to say I love your show, bro.
Thank you.
You're doing great things. I appreciate your show and everything. Sorry, I'm a little nervous right now.
No, it's okay. Thank you very much, John. I appreciate that. What do you do? What are you doing right now? Where are you?
Right now, I'm at my house. Just finished eating some Whataburger,
cool.
A number 11. Now I'm chilling in my room next to my cat.
What's a number 11 at Whataburger?
That's a grilled chicken sandwich right there.
Oh shit! What is? I didn't know they have grilled chicken at Whataburger.
Yeah, man. They got grilled chicken. They got fried chicken. They got all kinds of stuff. Used to work there. Shows ass.
I had Whataburger 11 days ago, and against my better judgment, I got a Dr. Pepper milkshake. Did you get that?
Fuck no.
Because normally, here's the thing: like a Dr. Pepper Slurpee is something I'm familiar with, but a milkshake is not like I've never heard in my life of like a soda, or even like a Dr. Pepper float. But to combine the soda and the ice cream into a milkshake is unheard of.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Dr. Pepper milkshake. I feel like it would give me the shits, you know?
Yeah, it would. It would. So, John, what's up? Was there a reason you called today?
Yeah, dude. So I wanted to talk about so I haven't talked to anybody about this yet, but
okay.
I just graduated nursing school and stuff like that.
Congrats.
Just passed my NCLEX. Thank you, bro. Just passed my NCLEX, my state exam. I'm a licensed nurse now, but I thought once I became like a nurse and graduated nursing school, shit would get better, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it turns out like shit just got worse. Like I think after that, like after I graduated nursing school, I passed my exam. I was the most depressed I've ever been in my life. And I was like confused because I was like, oh, this is a goal I've been working towards since I was like in high school, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I've been contemplating on like, is there, I wanted to ask you, like, what kind of makes you happy?
It's interesting you say that. The other day, like 2 days ago, I was in my notes app and I was writing down everything that had been making me happy lately, at least. And I could talk about that, but I guess, so for you, why do you think you felt so depressed after graduating?
So I was, I've been trying to, I was listening to your stream and I heard that you journal and stuff and I was like, oh, that's a good idea. Let me try to journal.
Yeah, good.
So I tried journaling and I was just like kind of typing it out, kind of doing all that. And I realized it was because like nursing school, it doesn't give you a break to think other than what you have to do, what your schedule's like and all that. And my girlfriend, she also moved to, well, she didn't move, she joined the Army. And she's in Korea right now. And she was like my main like person to talk to.
Mm-hmm.
So so she left right before I graduated, and then I graduated, and then I guess like all my like emotions kind of hit me at once, like everything that was kind of being suppressed from like me kind of like grinding to graduate and do all this crap. I think it all hit me at once, you know?
That makes a lot of sense. That actually makes like a ton of sense. That because there's thinking about shit and doing shit, and I think there's an optimal balance in life between thinking about shit and doing shit. Like you should, like if you're constantly thinking about shit all the time, you're gonna be anxious and you're not gonna actually do anything. But if you're constantly doing shit all the time and you're not even thinking about why you're doing it or like examining your life in any way, shape, or form, then everything just gets kind of like bottled up and comes out at once. Or like, you know, you spend 7 years doing some bullshit and then afterwards you're like, wait, why did I even do any of that? You know, so this is like an optimal balance of actually living your life versus thinking about it. Do you feel like you spent too much time doing and not enough time examining why you were doing what you were doing, or what was kind of even going on in your life at the time?
So I kind of figured out like, all right, I want to be a nurse. Like because I enjoy helping people, stuff like that. But even fuck, dude, I don't. Sorry, dude. What was your question again? I kind of like blanked out. My bad.
My question was if you feel like you've been spending too much time doing shit that you haven't spent enough time thinking about your life.
Oh yeah. I think I've been definitely. I've been shit. When was I single? I don't remember the last time I was shit. I think maybe 4 years ago I was single. I didn't have a girlfriend, so I was probably like 5. So I think I've constantly had like someone there to like distract me and kind of keep my mind from like a bunch of crap, you know?
Yeah.
And with school, I've been in school since like 2018. I just kind of went all over the place with school and then landed here.
Yeah. So, are you single now, or your girlfriend she's away, right? Where she's in Korea?
Yeah, she's in Korea in the army.
How long is she gonna be there? How long are you guys gonna be separated for?
Ooh, like a year.
What have you been doing since you've graduated?
So since I graduated, I was studying for the state exam, so I was keeping busy with that. And I took my state exam. When was it? Last week, Monday. So since then, dude, I've just been like going to the gym. Just whatever I kind of feel like. I like making food. I've just been like doing shit to kind of keep me busy.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I've just been chilling now.
Why? So why do you think you're so depressed then?
So, dude. So I was I don't know. That was the thing. I don't know why the fuck I was so depressed. I was trying to think of like, I was gonna go to therapy too, but those fuckers aren't calling me back. I was thinking maybe like, I was trying to think maybe is like it hereditary, because my mom, she's on SSRIs or like antidepressants or whatever, and she's on them. And then my grandma's pretty crazy, and then my mom's brother's pretty crazy. So I was like, oh fuck, is it like hereditary? Do I have like a chemical imbalance? Do I need to be on like antidepressants or what? So I was trying to go to a therapist, or is that a psychiatrist?
The psychiatrist is the one that does meds, and the therapist is the one that stares at you and goes, yes, yeah,
Yeah, I don't really know, dude. I've been trying to figure that out. I was on YouTube, before you went on stream, I saw a clip from Kai Cenat with John Cena, and then he was he was spitting some truth. He was saying like he thought his purpose on the world was to like be a wrestler, and then he became an actor, and he was like, oh, so I'm I forgot what he said, like an entertainer or some shit. But then he said he realized like that those things weren't making him those weren't his main source of happiness, like external forces. This it's not like directly quoted, but it's kind of like what he was saying, like these things weren't his source of happiness or his purpose, but he said he was grateful for like waking up in the morning and like being so fortunate to be where he's at. So I was trying to think like what the fuck, like I thought being a nurse would like make me like have like some sort of purpose, you know, like, or happiness.
Yeah.
So yeah, because like this goal I was going for since I was like in high school, I finally got, and I thought it would have been like this euphoric feeling of like, oh shit, dude, I finally did it. Yeah, I was like, like I was expecting that, but when I graduated, I was walking with my friends, and my friends were like hyped up. They were like, oh shit, we did it, blah blah blah, and I was just like expressionless. Like I was just like I wanted to be happy, I just couldn't I couldn't do it. I don't know. It was weird.
So all right, I mean, I have some thoughts, and these are I'm just going off of like my own lived experience, okay? And everyone's brains are differently, and you know, brain chemistry and shit is a thing. So you know, aside from just me and Kai Cenat, you should definitely still try to find a real therapist or psychiatrist to talk through these things with. But while you're waiting for them to call you back, and it is just me and Kai Cenat, I'll say from my own lived experience that because you asked me earlier, you were like, what makes me happy? And I wrote down a list, and lately the things that are making me really happy, especially as I get older and as I get kind of further along in my what I'm doing, they become strongly less and less about accomplishments and far more about general peace of mind. Like I can only speak from my lived experience. I've accomplished what I feel like is a lot, and I feel grateful to have accomplished and experienced and everything that I've accomplished and experienced in my life. But you know, I was pretty, and I've, you know, there's been a lot of misery among those accomplishments, and as far as just like my general state of being, it comes less from anything I've accomplished and more from like, how do I achieve just like like peace? And I don't think that peace is necessarily achieved by achieving a lot of stuff. I'm no expert in how peace is achieved, because if I were, I would be more peaceful. But just in my own life, I think peace is something you kind of arrive to via acceptance and via, you know, you talked about like how you haven't even sorted through the thoughts, like you've been distracted. That's kind of was some of the things you've been talked about. You said you felt distracted by like your girlfriend and by your work and whatnot.
Yeah.
And I think taking some time away from those distractions to like work out why your brain is rattled or what the fuck is bothering you is helpful. I've struggled with the opposite, where I think I talked about this again. There's the if every single day you're thinking so much about yourself and your life and analyzing everything you do, it makes you kind of anxious. But there needs to be an appropriate amount of like, okay, let me examine why I feel the way I feel, and maybe I can achieve a little bit of peace through that. But like, you know, at a certain point, put the fucking pen down and go, you know, play Call of Duty. Do whatever you got to do to turn your brain off.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think with your specific situation. I mean, do you like nursing? Do you like the process of... That's the other thing with the achievements, is that they're not particularly process focused, right? So do you like nursing? Do you like schooling? Are you excited to literally do the functions of your job?
I'm pretty excited to do my job. It was weird, man, because when I first started like nursing, I was more compassionate. I was more compassionate than I am now, because I work in a hospital as a tech. Yeah. And you see like a lot of you see people dying, you see like death and shit. So fuck, man, I don't know. I felt more compassionate when I first started, but I do enjoy. I really do like doing like the ICU kind of thing when I did my clinicals. I mean, people are dying there more, but I enjoy that. But I was trying to think, there's not really like a process of doing that. But even then in the ICU, I can't even like look forward. I mean, I can, but I can't like look forward to that either, because it's like, well, shit, like I can't base my happiness anymore on that, like anymore of getting to a place.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Like, I can't base my happiness, or I can't depend on getting to a certain like destination to make me happy anymore. Cause
sure,
I did that with like graduating and shit, and it just like kind of blew my fucking world apart, you know?
Yeah, sure.
Because I was like, oh, I thought this should have been it, you know? Like I'm starting, like I'm not going to be broke anymore.
I mean, I guess every day, I don't know, fuck, man. Oh, fuck. I guess every day you try to take pride in your own competence. I mean, you're a nurse. You help people. You seem to be competent at your job, and like that's kind of everything. That's the only. I've been coming to a lot of epiphanies lately, and that's one of them. Is that the only things that matter are like, you know, the people you're around, and then like what you're actually fucking doing. You know, so you could have all the accolades or whatever in the world, but it all really comes down to what the fuck are you actually doing. And what the fuck you're actually doing is you're being competent and you're helping people who are dying. So you got that on a pretty solid lock, I would say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's how often do you feel like, if it's not too personal of a question, how often do you feel like depressed? Like, do you?
I feel depressed. I feel depressed pretty often, man. Yeah, I feel depressed pretty often. I'm working really hard and I think achieving actually some results. Like I feel depressed pretty often, and lately I've been kind of saying to myself, I need to make a concentrated effort to prioritize not feeling depressed as much. Like that's my new goal. That's kind of my. And I've been having a lot of epiphanies lately, and one of them is, my new goal is just like not be depressed, because you can have as many you know, as we're kind of on theme of what I think we're talking about is you can have get to as many places as you want to get to as possible. But if you're fucking miserable the whole time, then I don't think it was worth it. You know, you have to kind of, it's a lot of work to not be miserable if that's your default state of being. Some people get lucky and they're not, that's not really their default state of being, or they don't have to deal with that, and that's great. But if you're one of the people who, that is a fairly common state of being, it's a fucking concentrated effort to not be that, you know? So that's, I guess, what I'm working on. Yeah.
You know who David Goggins is?
my friend, one of my friends just went through a breakup, and we talked on the phone and a few days afterwards, and he was like, I'm in my David Goggins phase of the breakup. Where he's all on that, like, wake up at 4 a.m. and run 10 miles a day shit.
Yeah, I used to be my fucking idol, and I was like, I mean, he seems pretty chill with misery. So I was like, oh, maybe David Goggins is the way. Maybe he's the Buddha.
He seems pretty chill with misery. What do you mean by that?
Like, he seems pretty. He always says comfortable with being like miserable, not fucking miserable. Like, comfortable with being like uncomfortable with like pain, like mental pain, and like physical pain.
Well, that's different. That's he's like, I want to wake up. I wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and that's a whole different fucking thing, I think. But I think that's a little different than like the whole like woo woo self acceptance vibe, you know?
Yeah, I guess I kind of watch his videos sometimes, and I'm like, oh, maybe I'm just a bitch, man. Maybe I need to like, you know, like shut the fuck up and
a little bit. I swear, and this is I'm gonna say this because I think I do find it important. I really do believe, and I swear on my life, I think about this stuff so much. I think about the David Goggins universe, and I think about the woo woo self acceptance universe a bunch, and I like how much of I really do believe the answer is somewhere. Truly, honestly, I really believe the answer is somewhere in between. Like, it's not one or the other. It's somewhere in between the universe of, like, you gotta love yourself and accept yourself as who you are, and accept life for what it is, and accept your imperfections, and accept the world, and accept yourself, and believe that you're enough. But also quit being a little bitch and fucking go exercise and quit complaining about fucking everything, and, like, do some fucking work and stop, you know. It's somewhere in between those two things, I think. I think you could, I believe you could hold space for both ideas.
You should get David Goggins on your podcast.
That would be extremely funny. Anyway, man, is there anything else you want to say to the people of the computer before we go?
Shit. Fuck. I didn't think what to say. Oh shit, is an Amber Alert. I mean, have a good day. Keep watching the Gecko.
Well, what's the Amber Alert? Should we say? I guess what's the Amber Alert? They'll probably be gone by the time this airs.
Mitsubishi Outlander. Missing children are Nienyo shit, I can't say their name. 10-year-old.
It's all right.
Suspect is Cheryl's Manchado Hernandez.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I kind of wish I didn't ask you to. I mean, well, I don't think we're gonna find them from this episode, but maybe we do. I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah.
I have those turned off on my phone. Is that bad? Does that make me a bad person?
I wish I knew how to do that, because one happened at like 4 in the fucking morning, and I had to get up at 5, and I was pretty pissed off. I mean, it sucks someone's, child got abducted.
Yeah.
But I was like,
you gotta sleep. You were probably having a kick-ass dream.
Yeah, like what could I do?
Right. All right. Well, what's your name again?
John.
John. Have a good night, John. Good luck.
You too, man. You too. Bye.
I really do. I really think the answer is somewhere in between those two spaces because there's a push and a pull. I think I'm only speaking out of my own fucking lived experience. I don't know the answers to any of the fucking questions of any of the things that people talk about on this thing. But there's a push and a pull between like you want more out of your life, and in order to get more out of your life, you do have to like quit being a little bitch and like go fucking exercise and like work hard and do things that you have to exert force and will yourself forward to make more out of your life. That is true. But if you're gonna if the whole way there is filled with you fucking hating yourself and being miserable and thinking that that you suck, I just don't think it's a proper equation. I think there's probably room for both to get there. It's like, I believe that you can get more out of your life without having to be miserable and hate yourself to get there. I don't know if that's true, but I'm doing that experiment in my own life recently. That's my recent epiphany. That's my new experiment for myself. Can I move my life forward but do it from a place where I'm not hating myself into submission? I don't know. I'll report back to you guys in 10 years if it all went well.
Call from
Dragonite.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi, what is your name?
Dragonite.
Oh, it's like they're like the Pokemon.
Mm-hmm. My boyfriend and I are coloring some Pokemon right now, so that's the name.
That sounds really fucking nice. You guys are coloring together?
Dude, it really is. And I feel like the last time we tried to color together, we couldn't get into it this much, but now we're just coloring and doodling. It's really nice.
That's fucking awesome. I gotta, you know what? I gotta write that down as an idea of something to do. Just like sit down and color. I don't know when the last time I did that was.
You should do it, definitely.
That sounds really nice. Well, Dragonite, I mean, we can just, fuck around, but do you have something in particular you want to talk about?
Well, I've been watching you for probably about a month now, and I have this thing with podcasts where I start from the very beginning, like your first video you have, and been rewatching it, but I guess kind of just been struggling with like figuring out what I want to do as a job, which I feel like is common, but I think I really like what you do, and I really like talking to people and getting to know people and like how they grew up to be the way they are. I don't know what career I can make out of that.
Are you in college right now, or what's up?
No, I graduated high school a year ago, and I'm not in college. I'm just working.
And so you want to do some kind of job where you can like talk to people?
Yeah. I really like learning about how people have grown up and how they become who they are and why they act like that. I've been thinking about a therapist, but I don't know. I feel like I would take their emotions to heart and it would like hurt me in some way, I guess.
You feel like you would take their emotions to heart and it would hurt you in some way, I guess. Well, I guess I could talk about my own life.
Yeah.
I mean, I have no interest ever in becoming like an actual therapist. Like, having this kind of I mean that's like a lot of responsibility, I think.
Yeah, see,
And,
that's kind of how I see it.
And it's a lot of work, and it's a lot of school, and it's a lot of like, I mean, I'm nothing close to a real therapist. I just fuck around on a podcast and chat with people. But you know, I think there's a lot of nobility in becoming a real therapist if you really, really want to help people. But
Yeah.
I mean, I like learning about other people's learned experiences, and I like getting to chat with a lot of people, and so I just do it fucking around on the internet. I do it in the phone call stuff. I do it in the live shows. I do it in the street. And there's nothing, if that's what you want to do, you want to just go out into the fucking world with a pencil and interview people. I mean, you can do that today, you know.
You're right.
If we're talking about like, what do you want to do to make money so that you can live in a place and eat? It doesn't necessarily have to be the same thing that you do to, you know, to gain enrichment from life.
Mhm.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I would just like, well, for a question for you is like, what made you want to talk to people like this over the phone?
This happened on accident.
Did it?
This happened on accident. My life and what I do was not the result of me going, I really want to talk to people, and maybe I could do this therapy gecko thing that could be I just was screwing around on the internet, and people started calling in, and then as a result of fucking around, I kind of fell into doing this, and it worked, and it was kind of this whole thing, but none of this was not. I like fell into a weird thing. I always knew I wanted to do something that was my own thing. I always wanted to be like an entrepreneur of some kind, or do something that was like weird or fun or interesting. But being a therapy gecko was a complete accident.
I don't know. I feel like a lot of things happen just by chance too. So
They do.
Live and
they do.
figure
They
out.
do. But they do. All right. Let me add something to this. So therapy, this thing that I'm doing happened as a complete accident, but the accident happened as a result of a certain way that I do think I was being intentional about my life. Like I intentionally screwed around. You know, I was exerting intentional effort into making stuff and doing stuff and trying new things. And that created an accident. Does that make sense? So you have a desire that you want to talk to people, right? So why don't you just write down like 5 fucking ways that you could do that, and then just go do them. Just start doing stuff.
Okay.
And then maybe you'll run into a nice accident. I went to college at Temple University in Philly, and I went back there like a month ago to like talk to students there and shit. And somebody asked me, they were like, "How do you figure out what you want to do?" And for a split second I was like, I don't know. I'm currently trying to figure out what I want to do. You know, with my life, even though I already do this, I'm trying to figure out like, well, what do I really want to do? And then the answer kind of came to me. I was like, you have it flipped. I told him he had it flipped. I By the way, I'm 100%. By the way, I don't want to. I'm like up my own ass right now. I almost certainly got this from somebody else. Just to be, I probably got this from like a YouTube comment or some shit.
Okay.
But I think it's the other way around. I think you're supposed to just do stuff and then figure out what you want to do. Because if you sit there trying to figure out what you want to do, and then you don't figure out what you want to do, and then you do it. You do things, and then figure out if you actually like the thing you're doing.
Okay. Yeah, just do more social things than maybe just meet more people. It's just like, I think you called it an omnivert or something, someone that's like extroverted and introverted.
And an ambivert.
Ambivert, yeah. And I've been like, I'm extroverted, but I've also been really introverted lately, and I want to make friends, but I don't feel like talking, and it's not a fun cycle.
Well, you're like 19?
Yeah.
Well, and are you in like a big city?
Kind of next to a big city.
Okay. And you don't go to school?
Yeah.
Because I guess normally, when I was 19, I was in college, and it's easy. It does make it easier to be like, because you're in a big walkable community with a bunch of fucking clubs and shit going on. But
right.
I don't know. Try to leave your house as much as you can.
Okay, I'll start doing that. Because I've been trying to look for a second job, because the job I do, I just sit on the computer all day. Don't get too much human interaction.
Yeah, sitting on the computer fucking sucks.
Yeah, so I've been trying to look for a second job, something that has more socializing, I guess. So I'll just keep trying to look for things to do outside.
What's your name again?
Dragonite.
Well, coloring's a good idea. I'm gonna take a. You've given me. I feel like you've given me more advice on this than I have, because I'm gonna take your coloring thing. I'm gonna do that.
Definitely do it. Definitely.
Is there anything else you want to say to the people at the computer before we go?
I don't think so. I really am inspired by what you do. I think it's really cool.
Thanks.
So,
thank you. I'm trying my best.
Just keep it up. Yeah.
Thank you.
And I do
Dragonite.
like learning more about you. So,
I'm trying to talk more about myself. It feels good. I get why people want to hop on here and talk about themselves. It's fun to talk about yourself on a podcast.
Mhm. Yeah. So, yeah. I appreciate you talking to me. It's been fun.
God bless you, Dragonite. Take care.
You too. Bye-bye.
Oh man, I wish I was funnier. Sometimes I'll like when I find myself being too sincere, or like just talking very sincerely for a long time. Happens to me all the time. I'll be talking too sincerely for a while, and I'm like, I need to say something stupid or try to be funny to break up this long streak of me talking sincerely and being up my own ass. And so I try to say something funny, and then it's just not funny. And then I'm like, well, now I've just ruined the sincerity. And so I just don't say anything. But I often wish I had something funnier to say when I'm saying something sincere. But that's fine. I accept myself for who I am in this very moment. That's okay. Whatever. Fuck this. Let's play an ad. Fuck this. Let's play an ad. Do we have an ad after this? I don't know if I'm going to put this call. I don't know if I'm going to put an ad after this, or if it's going to be the end of the podcast, but whatever. I don't know. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Therapy Gecko's on the line, taking your phone calls every night. Therapy Gecko's doing it right, he's teaching you how to live your life, but he's not